Good evening, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be here, and to imagine this is the 5th banquet, and this is actually the beginning of my 6th year at Felicia. So we've had one since I got here, which is pretty fabulous. I have to recall a moment. I just saw one of the students who actually was at the luncheon where my husband and I were interviewing for the position at Felicia. And so my luncheon was one of those, they do these 2-day searches where you have to meet with all these different groups. So I think they just test how long can you sort of make a sentence, you know, over the course of 2 days. And I met with a group of students, and this one student told a story about how as a young African-American man, he had the opportunity to be in a dorm with a Japanese student, and what a wonderful experience that was to have that kind of sharing. And he couldn't imagine that they'd get along, and they actually did, and kind of learned a lot from each other. And at the end of the meeting, as we were getting to leave, he said to me, you know, I hope you take the job. And you know, Dr. Prisco, we got your back. and I thought, well, I belong here. For a student to be able to feel that comfortable to say that to me, and that proud of the experience he had at this institution is one of the reasons that I'm here. Antoine's here tonight with his son and his lovely wife, who's been, I think, for years now leading our cheerleading team. So thank you both for your ongoing support. So in thinking about what I was going to say tonight, I'm sitting and reading the New York Times this morning, sick to my stomach about some of the news. Athletics is such an important part of this institution. I am so proud of our student athletes and the values that you exhibit on and off the field. We know how many good skills athletes develop. That spirit of teamwork, of discipline, of giving to others, and then to hear about the scandals that are going on with basketball coaches who make ridiculous sums of money, right, and FIFA, and it just goes on. And I thought, how do I speak to my athletes tonight about this? And the thing I could just say is, no matter what, in your heart, you know, you always need to do the right thing, right? And if it has to pass the sniff test. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And trust your instincts and trust your values. And don't, and when you have to make those decisions, just really look at your heart about what feels right to do. And I know you will all make the right decisions. And unfortunately, people are tempted by things like money that in the long run isn't really going to make you happy or isn't going to make you satisfied. So I would encourage you all to remember that it's those important values and skills that you learn as student athletes that really matter in life. And the rest of this is just something that I hope is an embarrassment to everybody. So 14 teams, 250 students strong. This last year, again, we won 4 of our teams won CACC sportsmanship awards. That's the kind of student athletes that we're really proud of. Our bowling team continues to be awesome bowlers and also awesome students. They had the highest GPA among all NCAA teams in the country. It was something like a 3.74, so really stellar results for the bowling team. And also, we had, of course, our baseball team, nationally ranked 16th in the country. 3 out of 4 years they've been making it to the tournament. So for me, it's a sign that you get to do both, right? You get to be a good student and you get to be a good athlete. And just a few words about the people we're honoring tonight. The men's cross-country team, unfortunately, I wasn't here when they earned all these honors, and I just asked them all if they're still running. I love to run. My back doesn't like me to run, but I still love to run. And they made broke all sorts of records for us. So I need my glasses to read this. Excuse me. So Felician has the cross-country team won 9 CACC championships, more than any other sport combined. In 2017, captured the 6 of those titles, and they went on to win in 2008, 2010, and 2011. One of the members of the 2007 team is being honored here tonight, Paul Chegwidden. He is also a member of our Hall of Fame as we inducted him 2 years ago. So I know you'll all see each other later, but why don't you just stand up? Where's the team? We just took a photo together. We're also honoring two of the youngest athletes we've ever had the honor of honoring here this evening, Nicole Degenhardt and Devon Young. So I just had a delightful conversation with Nicole. She was an all CACC in both volleyball and softball. She's the first Felician volleyball player to enter the Hall of Fame. And she's now currently coaching in softball at one of our rivals, but that's okay, part of our conference, Georgia Court. And she also was a math teacher before she was a coach. So I'm really proud of the work that she's doing. Where is he? I know we got the phone time. There you go. So he scored more points than any other Felician men's basketball player with 1,958 points. That's a lot of baskets. He was the captain of the team that won the CACC championship in 2010. What we're really proud of is today, Young is a youth care worker for Boys Town, New York, where he teaches social skills to at-risk children. So that's what we do here. And so I echo JR's sentiment. We're very, very proud of our athletes, the coaches, the assistant coaches who give up their time, tirelessly when honestly, this comes from their heart. Believe me, folks, it's not from the paycheck they're able to earn. And I thank you all and the families that are here for supporting the students in these efforts together. Enjoy the evening. I hope I get to see a lot of you over the weekend. And there's an alumni game tomorrow night in the basketball. So enjoy the evening. Thank you.